Oh man, yeah, that's how I should start this topic. Just to let everyone know how god awful my performance was yesterday. Considering the fact that, I did the IU birthday game, even though it was not on her actual birthday. I already played this very same activity on the road just way back in May on her actual birthday. Her birthday is on May 16th. Yeah, so, I did one yesterday. I was in my home court again. I mean, I played at Cereals Park East already. Like, I don't know how many times. Like, going back to last month, I think I played like 6 or 7 times. And then I've been playing here a whole lot. The last time I played in Heritage Park was probably on Sarah's birthday. That was actually in late July. And as for Brookhaven, though, it must have been, if I could remember, if I could last remember, it's probably on Mary Jane's birthday. That's probably in late June. So, I mean, I can remember that from the top of my head. That was for Mary Jane's birthday. For Heritage Park, it was on Sarah's birthday in late June, right? So, it's been that long. So I spent a whole lot more time just playing here in the Cereals Park East, which I'm right in front of the basketball courts right now, and I played that really horrible game yesterday, and I just thought I'd touch on this very quickly because I did want to address the one glaring stat that I just performed. That's just something I can definitely avoid and going into the future. Now, I do understand it's one of those games that I've had about a few. I mean, just looking at it from a big picture, it's not a really big deal. But considering how god awful I played yesterday, I don't know how I just missed that many threes in a row. Like, it was almost like I was in the drought, and I think the drought started not so much on part A of the activity, but more so on the second part. Now, the second part, interestingly enough, after I made all 5 of my layups, the first, I actually made my first 3, so I was a 1-and-1 at first, right? Then then after that, for some reason, I started to miss a whole ton, and I don't know what happened from there. If I just completely lost it or what, or if I might have just focused too much on how I shot it. I mean, maybe that might just be the problem, because I noticed that a lot of my 3-point attempts yesterday looked so off. Like, some of them might either just be too short, or some of them, like even my release, some of them looked a little off target, because I could tell when that happens, it does not go directly on the basket. It's just more on the side, left or right. So that was the concern yesterday. Now remember, I was in a dry spell on threes going to mid-June. And it all started on me and Sam's 10-year friendship anniversary, right? And then from there, it's like I've been on a dry spell and got it back, just after a couple weeks. And I was doing well. Last August, I did pretty well. And now I'm on this dry spell again. Now, here is the more glaring stat. 14 out of bounds calls. 14. That's how bad my 3-point attempts have been. That's how bad my 3-point shots have been. 14 of them. 14 out of bounds calls. That's I know I can avoid that in the next game. So I'm just going to call this an aberration. Unfortunately, I just lost my composure all game long. And considering how easy it was, you know, it somehow I just blew it. And it's just one of those games. It's not the hardest one like I did in Friendship Park just about a couple weeks ago, and the other one here, like in the beginning of August, right? So I can definitely avoid that. Again, it's just one of those games. Looking at the big picture, it's not really a big deal because I already do have 74. So I already passed the magic number for the bird season tournament, which will be in October. And, I'm in the progress of doing the breakdown of my remaining schedule. So I'm going to discuss that in a later video. But the thing is, though, man, it was an embarrassing game from the standpoint of how many threes I've missed in a row, how many times. But then, it's like I was just so bitter just coming back that I didn't want to review this game, but I did anyway. So therefore I counted, and it was 14 out of bounds calls. So I hope that I would not be under this dry spell again, because I will be playing in Willow Park on Monday, and that was the first game of the season where I did well enough to keep myself in the game. Lost by 6, made 8 threes. At one point, I had a late stretch where I hit 3 in a row after being down by as many as I think it was 19 or so. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to be this time. It's going to be the same exact game. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I hope it'll be better. But I don't want to dwell too much on this. I don't want to give it too much thought. It is just one game. Unfortunately, this loss snapped my 4-game losing streak. Well, just for me to want to attempt another 10-game winning streak, a double-digit winning streak to surpass the record of 2 from last season, right? Well, at least I got the IU poster. If you look on the left of this thumbnail. Yeah. Once again, thank you, Russ, for this poster. I don't know where to hang it. I got several lovely IU pictures as well to go along with this. So, yep, can't thank you enough, bro. So, yeah, this is all I'm going to say about it, man. Don't want to give it too much thought. So, it's let's just see how I do. Sometimes I have a tendency to do better on the road than I do at home. And I feel like I just feel to be more efficient on my shot making, especially when it comes to threes, more so than I do at home. Although my home record is about, a few games better when it comes to the losses, but still, I don't want to get so overconfident just because I am at home and I thought I'd be doing the same that I am on the road. You know what I'm saying? Because every basket's different when I play on the road. At home, I play mostly here, Heritage Park, or Brookhaven. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.